100% increase in net income. The revenue numbers are even staggering, and the outlook as well. We're going to dig into that report next. NVIDIA's gain lifting the NASDAQ, not helping the Dow. As you can figure out, you're watching Squawk Box on CNBC.
This CNBC program is sponsored by IBM. IBM, let's create.
What if buildings could tell you how they could be more efficient?
I'm listening.
Well, with IBM, you can use software to help you connect and analyze data from HVACs to elevators to lights.
What if we use AI-driven insights to pinpoint inefficiency?
Yep, and act on it. Saving energy, money.
And emissions.
Yep, that's a big one. Now you've built something better for everyone. That's the sustainability solution IBM and a global real estate company created. What will you create? IBM, let's create.
You got this. Let's go. Gobble, gobble. I've seen bigger legs on a turkey. Rude. Who are you? I'm an investor in a fund that helps advance innovative sports tech, like this smart fitness mirror. I'm also Mr. Leg Day 1989.
Anyone can become an agent of innovation with Invesco QQQ, a fund that gives you access to NASDAQ 100 innovations.
I go through a lot of pants.
Before investing, carefully read and consider fund investment objectives, risk, charges, expenses, and more in prospectus at Invesco.com.
Permission to dig in? Granted. Breyer's Carb Smart is so rich, so creamy, it tastes totally off limits. But with only 4 grams of net carbs in every delicious serving, you've got the green light. Better starts with Breyer's.
For 12 years, for 4,383 sunrises, across millions of mornings, we've been working to make one thing better. This, a science-driven formulation to support whole body, brain, and gut health. Start at drinkag1.com.
How's the chicken?
Oh, the prawns are delicious.
Oh, I have a shellfish allergy.
1 prawn, very good.
Did I say chicken wrong?
Tired of people not listening to what you want?
It's truffle season.
That's okay.
Never enough truffles.
How much are they?
It's a lot.
Oh, okay. I'm good.
It's like a priceless piece of art.
Enjoy.
Or when they sell you what they want?
Yeah.
The more we understand you, the better we can help you. That's what US Bank is for.
Huge relief.
Yeah.
Join the CNBC Investing Club with Jim Cramer.
My dream is to talk to people, real people, about stocks. We created a club to do it.
The morning meeting is absolutely phenomenal. If I can't see it, I listen to it.
Get members-only access to Jim's moves before he makes them, hand-picked stocks, and live meetings during the trading day.
What Jim teaches you is use your money to work for you.
The place to be is the club.
Join Jim Cramer and the CNBC Investing Club. Go to cnbc.com/club offer now.
I'm tired of overpaying for a close shave.
With Harry's, I don't have to. Harry's offers 5-blade closeness and comfort.
And refills cost as low as $2 each. Half of what I paid before. Go to harrys.com/TV to claim your $5 trial.
Hi, I'm Mr. Wonderful, and when it comes to small business, I don't BS. Why? Because cash is king, and it's hard to get. But I have good news. If you had W-2 employees during the 2020 and 2021 pandemic, you may qualify for a cash refund of up to $26,000 per employee under the Government Employee Retention Credit Program. Visit WonderTrust.com today. My expert team will guide you through the process, and you won't pay anything until you receive your ERC cash.
Fellas, summer's coming, so here's the deal. All Fabletics, 70% off. All shirts, polos, golf gear, 70% off. All shorts, pants, joggers, 70% off. Simple, summer, Fabletics gets it, so get Fabletics in-store and online at Fabletics.com.
Our top business story this morning, NVIDIA shares rising after, I don't know, what do you call that quarter? It says blowout here. I think that's overused and doesn't do it justice.
So what would you call it?
A quarter the likes of which we've never seen. Christina Partsinevelos joins us now. That's a Trump quote. Christina joins us now with more. I don't know. You give me a hyperbole that hyperbolic.
Adjective stupendous.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Spectacular. Okay. Ginormous.
I'll get my thesaurus out later. Well, it's true. When the whole world wants your product, you can't make it fast enough. And so NVIDIA, like you said, every single adjective we can use, blew past earnings and revenues expectations, posted the largest quarterly revenue growth since 2010, and managed to guide $3 billion above estimates to $16 billion for Q3. This massive uptick in sales, though, this past quarter was driven by graphic processing units, those GPUs, thousands of which are stitched together to train large language models like ChatGPT. And that's why NVIDIA's data center business, which includes those same AI chips, grew 141% quarter over quarter. I know everybody's talking about the year over year. Last year was pretty bad, but quarter over quarter is quite a feat. The majority of the data center sales, aka those AI chips, came from the United States, but demand from China was within historical norms. This is according to the CFO. And as Kelly pointed out late last night on Twitter, because she doesn't sleep, that's even with U.S. export restrictions in place. Here's CEO Jensen Huang on the balance between supply and demand.
Our demand is tremendous. We are significantly expanding our production capacity. Supply will substantially increase for the rest of this year and next year.
In other words, assuring investors, supply won't hamper growth. NVIDIA relies on Taiwan Semiconductor to make those GPU chips, and it's not easy to ramp up production so quickly. But for now, it's actually overcoming those constraints more quickly than anticipated, and that was a huge boon for the earnings last night. Last quarter, though, we said we had never seen such a blowout earnings report like this, and here we are 3 months later saying the same thing, maybe using different adjectives this time.
Yeah. Let me pick up on this China thing. A lot of people are making the point, okay, are they doing this without China or in some ways because of China? Because so they can get, the A100s. So they're trying to stockpile as much as they can right now. And are they double ordering and doing all these things that, and he seemed to dismiss that on the call, saying, I think it was something to the effect of, even if we had no China orders, our backlog would be, a year out or something to that effect. But that feels like one of the questions is how much of this is Chinese kind of trying to get what they can if restrictions become more severe.
If we were to use previous quarters, it was always around 20 to 25% of total revenue. And according to the CFO on the call, it was the same amount of money coming from China. So it seems like it hasn't jumped up dramatically. Overall, you're seeing everyone increase orders, hyperscalers, 50% of the data center revenues. So to your point about the double ordering, they wouldn't give us the details about that because then that's they're never gonna give us details about that, unfortunately. So we're only gonna see that a few quarters from now if that's gonna be the case. And it probably is the case because they are trying to front run a lot of orders ahead of any type of additional U.S. export restrictions.
And then the minute you said Taiwan Semiconductor, I thought about Kyle Bass from yesterday, who was a strident at China hawk, who said 2020, it's not 2050 when they reacquire Taiwan, China. He thinks next year, 2020. No,
it's not just the hawks saying that.
But and with the trouble China's having, that may be closer than we thought that they do something like that. And then what does that mean? They can't steal they better not mess up our supply of ChatGPT chip, huh? We should have a CHIPS Act and bring it back here if we had a smart president, right?
If CHIPS Act, they're working on giving out the money.
They said a lot last night that needed to happen.
Yeah, I don't think I heard smart, but yeah.
But to your point, China, if China does take over Taiwan, they would still need to keep the Taiwanese workers in there because it is advanced stuff. You can't just throw in some people that have worked on other equipment from China.
Hence the reason why
that is the same argument that Taiwan Semi is making, which is why they're bringing in Taiwanese workers, much to the dismay of American workers in Arizona. Taiwan, because I was at TSMC a few weeks ago, they said they have these really high-tech ASML machines that are worth over $1 million. Unfortunately, American workers, according to them, don't know how to use those machines. American workers are saying, no, that's not the case at all. We should stop their visas from coming in. Yeah. So this is a huge debate that's going on at the Arizona plant, which is already delayed because of the lack of American skilled talent.
It's a great point, and it all relates.
So you can't. So if it happens, not only NVIDIA, a lot of companies are screwed.
Well, I remember when they bought our bacon producer, and I was worried. Sifia stepped in. Thank God.
About ASML. That's the other one. That's
the Dutch company.
Yeah, Dutch company. If anyone ever takes over the Netherlands, we've got a real problem.
They have a huge.
I'm not joking. They have a full monopoly. Forget a full monopoly. That's the whole business. Is that actually? It's even more of that than it is human.
To your point, Andrew, that's actually not as bad as TSMC because those equipment pieces are so expensive that you're buying one maybe in your company's lifetime, or maybe two, versus TSMC, you're using them on a constant basis because they're producing your actual chips. So that is the difference where I would put a higher emphasis on TSMC than ASML.
Christina, thank you. It was a fascinating 12 hours. Christina Partsinevelos reporting. We'll keep an eye on NVIDIA and the NASDAQ. It's not helping the Dow this morning. One reason is that Boeing shares are under pressure. The company said a new manufacturing flaw. You've heard this story before on its best-selling 737 MAX planes will delay.
Yes, but it still doesn't make you feel right.
Coming up, the CEO of the mortgage startup Better.com gained notoriety back in 2021 for firing, if you remember this, 900 employees. Did it over Zoom. His company is going public today, and it's happening via a SPAC. We don't hear about SPAC so much anymore. He's going to join us after the break because we've got a lot of questions for him. Back after this.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Is this your plan to watch the game today?
Yeah, I have to watch my neighbor's NFL Sunday ticket.
It's not your best plan, but you know what it is? My plan from Verizon. Switch now and they'll give you NFL Sunday ticket from YouTube TV on them.
This plan is amazing.
Another amazing plan? Backing away from here very slowly.
Oh, Josh Allen.
For a limited time, get NFL Sunday ticket from YouTube TV on us, a $449 value. Plus, get a free Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5, only on Verizon.
I'm Jordy Crooks, strategist at AmericanEagle.com. Our clients have complex website and digital needs. Ron John Surf Shop needed a new, fully integrated e-commerce solution that was mobile-friendly and engaging. We solve digital challenges like this all the time. We built an e-commerce website for Ron John Surf Shop centered around the customer experience, leveraging powerful marketing, merchandising, and promotional tools. For complete website and digital solutions, come to AmericanEagle.com.
We're here today to set the record straight about Dupuytren's contracture. Surgery is not your only treatment option. People may think their contracture has to be severe to be treated, but it doesn't. Visit findahandspecialist.com today to get started.
I'm Matthew.
I'm Melissa, and together we started Fresh Clean Threads.
For most of my life, I've worn a black t-shirt, and most were either too short, too baggy, or weren't consistent.
Using my years of apparel experience, we set out to make the world's best fitting t-shirt.
Since day one, our Fresh Clean tees were made to offer a flattering fit for all body types and not break the bank. Unleash your confidence at freshcleanthreads.com.
Wake up, Achievers. You're making the most of every hour of your life, except the hours that you're sleeping. So why do we leave so much untapped potential on the table? This is a next level bed for a next level you. My circadian rhythm is kicking your circadian rhythm's butt.
It's not a competition.
I know, but I'm still winning.
So it is a competition.
Save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed, plus 60-month financing on all smart beds. Shop now, only at Sleep Number.
When the details take precedence, the rest falls perfectly into place. We strip away everything but the essential. And what we're left with are thoughtful bedrooms for modern living. Thuma.
When Lila was ready to sell her ring, she sent it to Worthy, where they took care of everything and auctioned it on her terms. Then, Worthy sent Lila her money. You're worthy of more. Get started at worthy.com.
BarkBox is the #1 dog subscription box because we deliver the happiest toys and treats right to your door. Subscribe to Dogjoy at BarkBox.com.
Welcome back to Squawk Box this morning. Troubled digital mortgage lender Better.com going public today. It's happening on the NASDAQ, and it's happening via a SPAC merger with Aurora Acquisition Corp. It's been a long and very bumpy road to this listing. The merger was originally announced, if you remember, back in 2021. It was delayed a few months later after what was now an infamous Zoom call. We're going to talk about that as well, when 900 employees were laid off over Zoom, created a lot of hysteria online and elsewhere. Since then, the company has laid off thousands more, bringing today's workforce down to just 9% of its body count back in 2021 when the deal happened. Now, throughout all this, multiple executives have resigned. The SEC opened and then closed an investigation, and former employees have come out against Better.com's workplace culture. Also want to talk about that. But today, the company hits the public market and is expecting a new infusion of cash from SoftBank and others. Joining us right now on the set to talk about all of it, Vishal Garg. He is the founder and CEO of Better, and it's nice to see you this morning.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
But it has been quite a road. So let's sort of walk through all of those component parts, because for better or worse, a whole bunch of people met you for the first time when you actually were saying goodbye to a lot of other people who were working at the company. And I wanted to